Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahilladzi lihana wa lanahtadiya laula an hadanallah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarikalah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh alladzi man la nabiyya ba'dahu. Shadaqallahul azim. Thanks to Allah because He is given our healthy, so we go to attend class as immediately. Salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allahumma shalli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. The honorable to our lecture Utami Dewi SPDM Home, our benefit to all my friends. Okay, we are from group 6. We will explain about our material, the title discussion of methods. Before we go to presentation, let us to introduce ourselves. My name is Kasmer as the moderator and the first speaker. The second speaker is Rafika Akila. The third speaker is Rizky Amalia Harahap. The last speaker is Yuni Rizky Wardia. Now, let's us to start our presentation. Let's say Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, I will explain about definition of teaching strategy or teaching planning. Teaching strategy is generalized plan for a lesson in the class or teaching strategy will be the methods of the interaction used by teacher to help students to learn and to update the knowledge to achieve their academic goal. The teacher must take into account the age of student, their level, the setting of the class, the length of the class, and the curriculum. Teaching strategy is a way of making decision about a course and individual class, or even an entry curriculum, beginning with the analysis of key variables in the teaching situation. These variables include the characteristic of the learner, the learning objective, and the instructional frequency of the teacher. There are some of definitions from experts about the teaching strategy or teaching training. The first from Kemp in Harmony, he said, teaching strategy is a teaching activity that must be done by teacher and student so that the purpose of teaching we execute effectively and efficiently. The second from Coach Ma, he said, the teaching strategy means an approach like this activity that can give a facility or assistance to the student to reach certain teaching values. Okay, from the definition of that, we can make a conclusion that this teaching strategy is plan which prepared by the teacher to achieve certain educational goals. Okay, I think enough from me. The next material will be explained by Rafika Akila. For Rafika Akila, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, I'm Rafika Akila. As the second speaker, I would like to explain you about the definition of classroom discussion. Classroom discussion is a form of scientific conversation conducted several individuals in groups, where each group member of different groups or persons occurs exchanging opinions on certain issues and trying to solve it. The thing that we consider effective discussion in class, including them involving all students, don't be dominated by speech. Certain students are necessarily required. The debate be distracting. Each participant gets the same task. A classroom discussion is a sustained exchange between among teachers and their students with the purpose developing students' capabilities or skill and or expanding students' understanding. Both share individuals of specific concept or instructional goals. Classroom discussion are characterized by high quality and high quantities of students talk. Teachers must ensure their discussion build and revolve around both students' contribution and the content at hand. In a discussion, the teacher role is to question students. Take up, revise, and post students' ideas. Structure and steer the conversation toward the learning goals. Enable students to respond to one another's ideas by stepping back distance. Moderate and facilitate student interaction. Ensure that the content under discussion is represented to carry accurately. Discussion learning method is a way of presenting material where the teacher gives the opportunity for the students or student groups before we can go into particular teaching strategies, general guidelines to solve, discuss and stress. It is important teachers to. The first is make each student feel valuable. The second, plan good question. The third is discourage students from shooting out the answer. The fourth, wait an appropriate amount of time before calling for answer. The fifth is, if possible, allow the class to answer each other question. The sixth, include particular example. The seventh, personalize content with students. The last, it closes effectively by supervising or foreshadowing. The last for me. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye. Direct and facilitate student interaction. Ensure that the content under discussion is represented to carry accurately. Discussion learning method is a way of presenting material where the teacher gives the opportunity for the students or student groups before we can go into particular teaching strategies, general guidelines to solve, discuss and stress. It is important teachers to. The first is make each student feel valuable. The second, plan good question. The third is discourage students from shooting out the answer. The fourth, wait an appropriate amount of time before calling for answer. The fifth is, if possible, allow the class to answer each other question. The sixth, include particular example. The seventh, personalize content with students. The last, it closes effectively by supervising or foreshadowing. The last for me. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you for Rafika Akila. The next we will explain by Rizky Amalia Rahab. For Rizky Amalia, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Rizky Amalia and I'm going to tell you about disadvantages and the advantages of classroom discussion. The advantages of classroom discussion. 1. It helps students explore a diversity of perspective. 2. It increases students' awareness of and tolerance for ambiguity of complexity. 3. It helps students recognize and investigate their assumptions. 4. It encourages attentive, respectful listening. 5. It develops new appreciation for containing differences. 6. It increases intellectual agility. 7. It helps students become connected to the topic. 8. It shows respect for students' voices and experiences. 9. It develops habits of collaborative learning. And the last, it makes students more empathic. That's all the advantages of classroom discussion. And the next is disadvantages of classroom discussion. 1. Not all topics can be made discussion method are just things that are only problematic can discuss. 2. In-depth discussion requires a lot of time. 3. Difficult to set breadth or depth of a description of the discussion. 4. The discussion in the discussion is over-domination by brave students who have a lot of memorization. 5. Allow for flavor animosity between groups and assume the group is the one of the most correct. And the last, usually not all students dare to express their opinion. Moreover, use foreign language or English language. That's all my explanation about the advantages and disadvantages of classroom discussion. Thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you for Rizky Amalia. The last materi will be explained by Yuni Rizky Wardia. For Yuni Rizky Wardia, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yuni Rizky Wardia. I'm a last speaker. Now, I will explain to you about types of discussion. Types of discussion is defined to be part. First is whole group or lecture discussion. It means what is the whole group discussion modify class into the group with the lecture position in front of the class and giving informational and question to the student and student take by answering the question. And the second is bus group. It's a larger group is divided into several small groups consisting 4 until 5 students. The place is the set order student can face-to-face and access the idea easily. The third is panel. All around the table discussion is a small group usually use the 3 until 6 college students is to discuss one object certain sitting in the semi-agreement circle led by one moderator, and the fourth is syndicate group. It's a small group consisting 6 or 3 students. Is small group doing text certain the lecture explain the outline of the problem, and as the group was given excitement to learn certain expert, teacher made the reference and informational. And the 5 is brainstorming group. It's a discussion of the description of opinions where each group contribute new idea without aside immediately. And the 6 is team question. So what is this? is a discussion where the several students discuss a variety aspect of the particular object and read out in front of the class until 5 to 20 minutes, then follow with the rebuttal question from the listener. And the seventh colloquialism is a discussion where someone or source answering question from student and student do interview or the person or the source. And the eighth is informal debate. From the name we know it's about the debate. This is about the way the discussion is carried out, student facing each other or discussion about the problematic, not the actual. And the ninth is the fishbowl. From the name is a fish, so students are divided into several groups, which is divided into as inner group discuss a certain problem and a group others outside group as the listener. Procedure of the class discussion. Class discussion, also called group discussion, is a problem-solving process carried out by all class members. As discussion participant, the procedure used in this type of discussion is: first, the teacher gives the defined task as the implementation of the discussion. For example, who will be moderator, who will be writer, and etc. And the second is the source of the problem. Example, teacher, student, or certain expert from outside describe the problem that must be solved for the 10 until 15 minutes. And the third is the student are given the opportunity to respond to problem after registering with a moderator. And the fourth is the source the problem gives a response. And the last, the moderator summarize the result of the discussion. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you.